So finally I'm here at Jakt- och Skytte Shooting Center in Staffanstorp in the south of Sweden in the county of Skåne, together with Aimpoint. And inside this building, Erik Ås, the head shooting instructor at Aimpoint, is waiting for me and teach me how to use the Aimpoint. And you might think that maybe it's too late because you already hunted with Aimpoint. No, I'm going hunting tomorrow as well. So perhaps it will show off. So here I am finally with Erik Ås, who is head shooting instructor at Aimpoint Sweden. And as you have seen, I hunted with you guys at Burringe and Maldesholm, where I didn't shoot as good as I used to do, or as good as I hoped I would. And that might have to do with the fact that I wasn't there when you had the instruction the day before these hunts. I missed that part. And obviously it was something totally new for me, shooting with an Aimpoint. It's a different mindset, it's a different way to think. And I wasn't ready, or I didn't know how to do it.
If I ask 100 persons, how do you aim it? They look at me and they say, I aim it there. If we try to hold the gun static and try to have the red dot static in center of the kill zone, this movement, that is our enemy.
The animals I shot at that were standing still, there was no problem. The running animals, I remember that I was looking for that red dot all the time and I couldn't find it. And I thought I found it and I shot, but I missed. I didn't hurt any animal. I missed so much that something really went wrong. So here we are finally, and I've been looking forward to this moment so that you can show me and teach me how to shoot with an Aimpoint. And this is the Acro.
Acro C2, so the second generation of the Acro.
Yeah, exactly. What did I do wrong?
Yep. This morning we had a basic training. We did a dry training with some dummy stocks. And that is the basics, how to actually to use the sight the correct way, because we know that the most people doesn't. Because people are looking at the red dot, they are aligned the red dot with the target, and then you change your focus from the red dot focus to target focus, and then you normally have a big focus on the whole animal instead of actually pointing it down to the focus point that you want to have, and then just bring the red dot there. So I hope that this dry training gave something. And now we will try it in the real life with live ammunition. After today, I think you will be able to handle it both on static target and also on the moving targets.
But it really gave me something to think about, the way I'm holding my gun, the way I'm focusing on the red dot, etc. But my other rifle scope, it also has a red dot. Yeah. How is that different from the Aimpoint?
In that scope, you have some type of magnification.
Yeah.
Then it will be harder to use it the same way. I mean, we are born like this. We have the eyes like that. And what I see with my eyes, without this magnification, that is the true picture of what you have in front of you. And then we talk about the working distance and so on. And I mean, where we are really, really good and when we are accurate and quick and so on, that is on the shorter distances when you have that situation in front of you. If you have something that comes out quick, or if it runs quick, or you have a short time in the situation, there we are really reactive, because that's how the body works. Yeah. And then you will always be quicker with no magnification and with a red dot. This is for the driven hunt situation when the body reacts. That's something that you actually didn't think that will happen from that direction or that direction. What happens then is that you will focus at the sound that you heard. And you will focus at the thing that comes, and then when you mount the gun, the red dot should just be presented for the eye, but you should have that red dot in that picture that you are seeing there and then. So it's made to be used the way body react in a stressed situation. And you're presenting the red dot in that picture that you have.
And it wasn't presented for me. I know I was looking for it, and maybe it was just because it was too
low
intensity.
Yeah. But today we will fix that.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Thank you, Dr. Erik Ås. Pleasure to meet you. So what are we starting with?
We're starting with
theory.
Theory. So what we will shoot at the cinema, that will be a wild boar look-alike this wild boar, and at that target over there, you have a contact point between the legs, as you can see, as a green dot.
Yeah.
And then you have the focus area that we should focus at. And there you should have a specific point, and that should be in the center of that ring. that you should bring the red dot to.
The area you have to think about.
Yeah.
The rest should just come automatically.
We can say like that, because what we do right now, we divide it into 3 steps. In the end, when you shoot this, when you have been working with this method for a while, it will just be one movement. But we divide it into 3 steps right now. So I want you to place the red dot underneath the kill zone. So in that case, in the cinema, you will have a green dot where you can have as a reference. And when you have it placed there, the red dot is presented for the eye. It's still presented even that I focus in the center of the kill zone. The red dot is still presented in my peripheral seeing, because it's a line that you have mounted the gun. But right now, I want you to have really sharp focus where you want to bring the red dot.
Yeah.
And then with the movement that we can create with the breathing, you create the movement up to your focus point. Super important here is that you take the decision before you start the movement, that you should pull the trigger when you reach your focus point.
Yep.
Otherwise you will stop and you will start to aim and you waste time. So contact, focus, and now decision, kill it, bring the red dot with the breathing to the focus point, and boom. And it actually doesn't matter in the end if the shot will come there, there, or there. Instead of focusing to shoot 10s in here, we want to create the kill shot. Use the whole killing zone when we shoot a static target in height. Use the whole kill zone in the width when we are shooting it on moving. The wild boar will be as dead if you hit him there or there. He will not feel any difference.
No, exactly. Pain in both cases.
Yes. So what we want to achieve right now is that you have the starting point between the legs. That's the green dot. Place the red dot there in the contact. When you have it placed there, then you change your focus to the center of the circle, and then decision, kill it, and then you just bring it up with the breathing and pull the trigger when you reach the focus point.
So not raising my gun with my arms, just with my lungs.
Exactly, right now. And never lift it with the front end, because that will be a really quick movement, and then the eyes will not.
That's one of the things I really thought about now with the dry shooting at the range. That I feel my left arm has been dominating my shooting.
Think about it. Everything that you adjust over here will be a quick adjustment, and it will speed up the barrel. So we try it. So the first time now, the only thing I want you really to think about is just to press the trigger when it feels right. I will adjust you. I will come in with the small tips and tricks. But don't stop and start to aim. Just contact, focus, bring it up. When you see that the red dot comes into focus point, pull the trigger. Perfect. And again. Excellent. So just place the gun here and we can check the result. So that is a 3-shot that we created now. And that means that the timing now is better than the first time. And you still see that we have a corridor that goes in. So we have them on a line into the target. What I see right now is that, okay, we are slightly, super slightly, a little bit to the left. And then we should change something with the sling. We should change something with the sling. Right now you take a lot of power into get the hand into the sling, so you will be stabilized like that. That can be a reason why you always are out to the left a little bit. Right now, instead of taking all the effort to get into, so you have a stretched sling, we just catch the sling, we catch it like that, but we don't do anything with it. Because what we want to have now is that you have the gun connected to the shoulder with this hand. This one should just be relaxed, super relaxed.
And it's not. When you
do that, you really try to, and when you tighten it up to the left, you will maybe also move the barrel to the left, because you will limit yourself in the movement. So just have it like that, contact, focus, trust the eyes, and bring it up. Go slightly slower with the barrel. Perfect. That was much more control over the barrel. The feeling you had, what shot was the best shot?
The second one.
Second one. Because then they had control over the movement all the time, and the decision was made that you should pull the trigger when you reach the focus.
The first one was too slow or too late, and the second one I started thinking.
Yeah, and it was slightly quicker in the barrel. I just want you to have the feeling that you just hold the gun and shoot with one hand. So you see how little actually this hand
Yeah.
do. And we will do the same thing when you shoot the moving targets later on also. And trust your eyes. Perfect. And we have 3 shots there actually. It seems like 2, but you have also one behind it.
Yeah.
So you shoot better with one hand than you're shooting with the 2 hands. And that also tells us this hand, what should that one do?
Just be a rest.
Yes. That's why I say 70-30, good cheek contact, because you should have the contact. It should just help you to hold the weight of the gun.
I've been controlling the gun with my left arm when that should only be like a rest for the barrel, for the stock. But I've been controlling the barrel with my left arm. But now I try to shoot with only one arm, with the right one, and I shot better than the 3 times before with only one arm. It's very heavy though.
So now we know what the right hand should do and what the left hand should do. 2 fantastic shot there, and you also have a fantastic shot there because there's a kill shot and everything. That one was the last one, and that was when it came into the target. I mean, you struggled a little bit more in the preparation for that one.
Started thinking.
So the thing here is that, okay, the time that we spend in the contact should be as little as possible. Because when we are up there, we are focused, we are concentrated. We should just go with the method, contact, focus, kill it. Because if you have a neutral position, we have a good stand, don't waste the time, be up there and get tired. Contact, focus, kill it, and control the movement upwards. Super good. Fantastic.
I feel that I sometimes still think about what I'm supposed to do instead of just doing it. I think that, you follow but you shouldn't think at all. Just focus on one point, the killing zone. And just when you see that red dot passing through, you pull the trigger.
So you are creating actually the same movement, but now we don't use the breathing, we are using the muscle to create it, and we use the rear hand to do it. Because that one is closer to the core. But we know right now that it's not needed to lift it with the front hand. The only thing that one do is to point us into the focus point from the start. Super good. But it's the same method. I mean, you came from underneath, you had your focus point, but it seemed to be easier for you actually to get rid of the shot when you were shooting this way. More muscle than breathing. And here we are different. Some guys really love the breathing thing. They can have a control and so on. And it doesn't take away that you can do it also. Because if you should take a really good precision shot in a time when you have the animal in front of you, you have the pulse, you have the stress, you have everything that you want to have because you're a hunter. Then it can be a nice thing to know that you can stabilize the barrel with breathing. But in this case, when you have it quite close to you and you should take a quick shot, muscle works fantastic for you. And that's what we should work
The only thing I was thinking about now was that I shouldn't move this one. I should only move that one. That was what I had in mind. Together, combined with finding the killing zone.
Because the risk here, if you are using the left hand to lift it up, then you will be on the top of the deer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the first one that blinks right now. And then you have the second one. And then we have the third one. Super good.
Wonderful.
Very, very good.
Feels good.
I think we are ready to move over to moving targets.
Yep, sure.
You bring the red dot to a focus point. When you pass the focus point, you pull the trigger. And the decision was made to pull the trigger when you started the movement. First shot, good kill shot. Second shot, super good kill shot. And the third one, super good kill shot.
Nice.
But if we see the line like this, that we just have in the mind when we come into the contact, that the red dot should always, in the end, be on top of the nose, over the nose. The straight line, on the wild boar. Because the wild boars, they are all running like this. So if we just have in the mind that, okay, I should not be at the nose, I should be over the nose.
Okay.
Then you have the perfect line through the wide bore. That's not nothing that you should think about when you're doing the shooting, but it's good to know. Perfect. Very good. That was your first shot. Yep. So a good kill shot. Second, fantastic kill shot. Third one, fantastic kill shot. Excellent. First shot. And it's everything also about to define the focus point for yourself. Otherwise it's so easy to just see the red dot inside the animal. And the animal, yeah, it's interesting in the beginning when you should identify the animal. But then the focus point is the main goal to define. And the wide bore should be a little bit blurry, but the focus point should be fantastic. Your perfect seeing is fantastic. It will take care of beaters, dogs, everything else. But right now, the only thing you should concentrate on is to focus at that spot that you want to bring the red dot to.
Exactly.
So you're not disturbed by everything else around it. Trees, whatever.
Yeah.
Perfect kill shot, and a perfect kill shot. Now we'll shoot some different type of animals, and we will start with some mufflon. One shot at a time, and we are creating the hit. Contact, focus, kill it. Yep. Bra. Och så till och med ännu lite långsammare. Bra där. Upp, kontakt, fokus, döda. Perfekt. Two super nice shots, two super nice kill shots, and shorter time you spent before you take the shot.
Yeah, I started
but
at the animal.
exactly.
On the animal.
Yes. Perfect. Very good. We are polishing something that you have done for years and years. And I mean, you have to evaluate this later on. Should I go this way, or should I continue the way that you have had success with before?
Well, if I want to shoot with Aimpoint, I have to adapt this.
I think it doesn't matter if you shoot with Aimpoint or whatever. Because if you speed up the barrel with other sights that you are using also. Because it's no difference when we are coming into the method how to create the hit. But if we are pushing it with a front hand, you will have big reaction in the gun. We can just do one more scenario like this.
Yeah. Okay.
Prepare
so it's a
yourself
real
now,
hunt
you know.
now. Okay. Get it.
That's an ugly one.
That's an ugly one. You don't see the dog.
You don't see the dog in initial, and then suddenly he is actually in front of the wide bore. That means that he has been covered.
So what do you say? Am I trained now? Am I ready for the hunt?
You are ready for the hunt, but I really want you to practice and also come back and say, okay, Erik, this doesn't work for me, or Erik, this tool that works, and I'm now a better shooter, whatever. But I mean, just because we have been shooting 60, 70 rounds here and now, you need to actually melt this down into the brain and actually see how you pick it out from there. But I think you have the tools.
Yeah, I think so too. I have the grounds, and I have the way of thinking, although you shouldn't think, but I have the tools, as you say.
And as we could see in the last session, before the dogs and so on, I mean, then you actually are, when you know what you have done and you analyze yourself and you do it the right way, or the way that we explained, then you actually hitting super good. And the static target was not, that was 5-1. It was super good.
It was really interesting to learn not only how to shoot with an Aimpoint, but also retrain, like every driver should probably, when they're past 70, go through driving school. I don't know, but you do it your own way, and I've been shooting quite bad this fall, so I really appreciate this.
Yeah, and if you can steal one or two things from this, I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly. Right arm, go through, focus. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate this. I feel like a totally different shooter because Erik has taught me so much on how to use the Aimpoint, how to think, and how to think, not to think about things. You know, like just focus on the target point. That's the main rule. And what I've learned is that I'm using my left arm too much. I'm focusing on the red dot. And that I have changed. And tomorrow we can see what I've learned, because tomorrow I'll be hunting not very far from here, and hopefully I can bring everything Erik taught me to that place.